My first ever question and answer video. Let me just have breakfast first. Alright guys, here we are. Breakfast was delicious. And you probably haven't seen my face in a couple of weeks, and you probably haven't noticed that because only 2 people follow me here. But that's okay. I took a few days off, a few weeks off. I literally just like unplugged the YouTube thing for a little bit because I felt a little bit not so creative, and I was also busy doing other things, but I'm back and I want to keep making these videos because I think we're building a really cool community. So I don't want to stop that. But let's get straight into the topic of this video, which is question and answer Q&As. I've actually never made a Q&A before, and that is because people don't really know what to ask me, I guess. But I get so many questions, both here on YouTube, via DMs, like TikTok, I just get so many questions. And some of them are pretty similar, so I'm gonna cover them quickly. And the rest are pretty interesting. I got a couple of really interesting ones. So I don't really like this angle. Also, I'm at my friend's house for the next 10 days still, because I'm changing villa. So I'm sorry if the background changes every video, but we don't care, right? So I'm just gonna go around the house and film every answer in a different part of the house. How about that? Let's go to the first question. So by far the question that I get asked the most all the time is, what camera do you have? What camera should I buy? And what do I edit on? These are the 3 main questions I always get DMs about. So first of all, I shoot on a Sony a7 III, and I only have prime lenses. I have Sigma lenses. I have a 24 and an 85 1.4. This is my setup. This is what I use all the time. What camera should you buy? I don't know. I don't know what budget do you have. Do you have a budget for a phone? Do you have a budget for a mirrorless camera? Do you have a budget for a cinema camera? It's really the hardest question to answer because everybody's different. Like for me, I prefer Sony and I prefer Sigma lenses. Someone else might prefer Canon and might prefer zoom lenses, you know. I think in 2020 there's so many camera options that it doesn't really matter what camera you get, because all that matters is the idea. So focus on the idea, don't focus on the gear. And to close off this most popular question topic, what do I edit on? It's Premiere Pro. I only use Adobe products because I found them, even though it crashes sometimes, I found them really good, really professional. I love the dynamic links between Premiere Pro and After Effects, and that's it. Just really like Adobe products, and yeah. I don't think, I'm not a Final Cut guy, but you know, everybody's different. So let's go to the next question. So getting into the question that you guys actually asked me on Instagram, Rensoy. What's your first impression living in Indonesia? Well, I've been living in Bali for about 1.5 years altogether right now. And I just love it. I love the people, I love the vibe, I love the climate. I think the thing that I love the most is how nice the people are here. Indonesian, Balinese especially, they're just like the nicest people you ever meet. And also the climate. I'm from Italy originally, northern Italy, and it's really cold. It gets really cold winter and really hot summers there. But I just really like summer and I love to surf. So Bali in the climate here is absolutely perfect for me. Next up is Amina.Karimovna. Can we make TikToks together? Sure. Send me a DM. I'll get back to you. I think you're Bali based too, so let's make TikTok together. Anita Chanya asks, do you have a girlfriend? No. With that said, I'm not really single, but it's complicated. Complicated situations. That's what life is all about. Taking risks. And go with the flow. Next question. Quinaphoto asks, what's the best thing about living in Bali as a filmmaker? I actually met the guy in Australia randomly on the street. He was doing street photography and I stopped by and I just told him like, oh, you're doing street photography, let's shoot together sometimes. So we just, hanged out like that. But that's a really good question. What's the best thing about living in Bali as a filmmaker? And to be honest, as a filmmaker, as a freelancer, you can live wherever you want, as long as you're willing to do what it takes to succeed there. So for me, for example, I reshaped my whole career, I would say, this year, because I went from filming a lot of music, a lot of events, and then obviously this thing happened. And now I'm left with no events, no music, so I had to reshape everything that I do basically, and I went more towards like a brand kind of side of things. So I'm working a lot with brands and people, and it's going really well so far. I really can't complain. To go back to your question, I think my favorite thing is how diverse Bali is, because you have beautiful beaches, you have volcanoes, you have waterfall, you have luxurious villas, and you have like that kind of underground mood as well. If you go into Denpasar, the main city, you can find really hidden gems. You have this huge different vibe that you can switch from, and it's just amazing how you can just like create content in any vibe you want, but still being in such an amazing island as Bali. And I think that is by far my favorite part of it. I can reach out to any kind of brand, no matter what, and find something that I can shoot for them. And also the fact that Bali is exploded in the past few years, that helps with the fact that every single brand almost wants to shoot here. So it's pretty, I'm not saying it's easy, but it's pretty easy to get brands to work with you because you're based in Bali and people love Bali, and who doesn't want their product to be shot in Bali, for example, right? So yeah, I think that was a really good question, but yeah, that's my opinion on it. And the last question we're closing this video is from Silvana Agnes, and she asks, there's a lot I actually want to ask you. Okay, what do you value most in life and why? That's such a deep question that I could answer this question for like half an hour, but let me try and phrase it in a way that doesn't take long. I think what I value the most in life, it's definitely the ability of living in a moment, because with all of these socials and all of these Instagram things, we always stuck to our phone, we're always thinking about what's happening next, we're always thinking about tomorrow, or we're always thinking about something. We never just like sit still or enjoy the moment, and I think that's a super rare thing. That's not many people value that much. I think definitely the ability of enjoying the moment is what I think is one of the most valuable things in life, and that links to time. That basically is the same thing, because time is the only thing we want more, but we waste more, if that makes sense. So we always want more time, we always want more time to do things, but then when we have time, we just waste it, we just stay in bed and be lazy, and just reflect on this thing that time is not, like, time keeps passing by. So spend time with people you love, people you actually like. Don't just waste your time doing stupid shit with someone you don't like. That is it for today, guys. I hope you like this little Q&A. If you have any more questions, just leave them below or send me a DM as always. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because you actually make a difference. And I'll see you guys next video. Wow. Forgot to turn the AC off. So this video is gonna have a